Analyzing Yasutaka Nakata's work can sometimes feel akin to hunting for a man in a hall of mirrors, his various projects forming a labyrinth of reflections, none of which gives a complete picture, says journalist Ian Martin, and one would be hard-pressed to find a better metaphor to describe the worldwide known Japanese songwriter, DJ, producer's body of work. Since his first foray into music in 1997, when he was 17 years old, Yasutaka Nakata has produced for some of the largest musical acts in Japan and all around the world, including the phenomenal Perfume, Meg, Ami Suzuki, the immensely popular Kyari Pamu Pamu, his own music venture, Capsule, with bandmate Toshiko Koshijima, and Coltemönikha with fashion designer Kate Sakai, as well as working alongside others like Marion.
His music has managed to stay very, very relevant as music evolved.
Musician and artist Kenshi Yonezu, Porter Robinson.
Also, I find that he kind of explores the themes of each artist and the instruments that he uses.
Charlie XCX, Kizuna Ai, Zed and Alicia Carr. Yasutaka Nakata worked on the 2016 Olympics in Rio closing ceremony, he produced music to Star Trek Into Darkness, Liar Game, One Piece Film Red, alongside singer and YouTuber Otto. And yeah, too many others to list. As Nakata grows and pursues new endeavors, his varied portfolio does as well, with new innovations to music every time his name pops up, each song an earworm. After winning the award in the Creator category at the 2012 Changemaker of the Year Awards, Yasutaka Nakata's success and popularity propelled him to the forefront of J-pop. Perhaps one of his most well-known collaborations as of late is the sensational Kyari Pamu Pamu of Harajuku origin. Since her smash hit PONPONPON, which was both written and produced by Yasutaka Nakata, Kyari Pamu Pamu has garnered a worldwide audience with her blend of kawaii and crazy anything goes aesthetics. Of course, a singer is nothing without their music, and Yasutaka Nakata has been there from the very beginning in 2011 to this very day, producing all her albums. Using a style that sounds far more bubblegum pop than his own group Capsule's more robotic brand of music, the catchy, really infectious music of Kyari Pamu Pamu is only becoming more popular. This type of music Nakata has seemed to perfect started years ago with his production of singers such as Meg and her 2007 album Beam, and the group Perfume's debut album in 2008, Game. Much of the success of Perfume's album Game could be largely attributed to Yasutaka Nakata's helming of the production, which actually helped the album to become the first technopop album to be #1 on the Japanese music charts Oricon since Yellow Magic Orchestra in 1983.
でもそれできたら人から電話かかってきたタイミングとかで音楽聴きたくないっていうか、そういう自分が聴きたいタイミングでならない音楽なんで、やっぱり自分で音楽は自分が思ったタイミングで聴きたい。
Nakata's own group Capsule is not without its own success, having done, of course, music, as well as major commercials, movies, shows, and anime. Capsule is not a group that flies under the radar. Maybe not the smash hits such as Perfume and Kyari Pamyu Pamyu. Nakata, alongside his longtime bandmate and singer Toshiko Koshijima, use Capsule to further their experimental side of music. Looking closer at their 2013 album Caps Lock reveals an extremely unique take on the genre, using sounds from old keyboards, old rotary phones, and old outdated computer equipment. Makes for a euphoric blend of the past and the present, and somehow predicts the future all at the same time. Nakata says this choice of sampling these machines is due to the fact that a lot of music these days is being made on machines that are built to make music. He elaborates further. I thought it would be interesting to make music from sounds that weren't designed to make music. I had a library of samples that I used, but some of the samples I could make myself in the studio, I made myself. For this reason, amongst many, it seems as though Yasutaka Nakata will forever be on top of J-pop. This constant yearning to adapt, change, innovate, and reinvent makes the producers seem like they're always light years ahead of the curve. Since joining up with Toshiko Koshijima back in 1997, the amazing duo has released over 20 albums, each one with a different, yet distinctive sound, leaning towards a sort of lounge-like electro groove usually dubbed Shibuya-ke, for its origination in the Shibuya district of Tokyo. This kind of music tends to sound like 60s airline music, French Riviera Yeye Cafe songs, or bossa nova, infused with, of course, the electronic music artistry that Nakata is known for. Altogether, the resulting subgenre makes for a unique sound that Yasutaka Nakata has mastered, made his own, and built up to something unrecognizable and yet still recognizable. This, however, doesn't mean he is afraid to deviate from his musical forte and background by trying something new or never heard of. Nakata's drive to create is strong. During his acceptance speech for his Changemaker of the Year award, he stated quite passionately that when you want to make something you want to make, creating a favorable environment for producing only the things that you want to can be difficult. But when you've created that difficult balance, something is born. Giving up on creating the things you want to create means you've lost. Yasutaka Nakata seems to work with this synergistic balance, all while seemingly time-traveling throughout the world of music production. Nakata breathes both new and old life into the mix, carving a path and forging a new way for his own river to flow. Having a hand in releasing over 35 albums, 10 of those hitting #1 on the charts, Nakata excels within experimentation. With one album, he will create a bright, sugary rainbow kaleidoscope of pop. Then, a couple months later, he will release a dark, soul-searching traverse through a synth-laden dystopian world, always changing, but retaining his signature sound. Yasutaka Nakata solidifies his position in the world of music and appears to have no intention of ever releasing it. Thank you so much for checking this out. If you want to check out other video essays, subscribe to the channel. This essay was actually adapted and reworked from an old essay I wrote in school.
Pretty cool, huh?
See ya!